welcome to Video Gamer and Resero Network's continued coverage of E3 2018. My name is Colin Mahern, and joining me on the couch to discuss Ubisoft's E3 showing in full is the one and only Dan Webb.
Hi, Colin Mahern.
And the one and only Alice Bell.
Hi, Callum. You did that really well.
Thank you very
much.
The
first time? What? That didn't happen.
There was no first time.
There was no first time.
No.
You did it perfectly.
This is the first time.
You are perfect.
Thank you very much, Dan.
It's okay.
So yeah, we are here to discuss Ubisoft's
Yeah.
E3 2018 showing. Don't be... What's going on?
Dean, introduce Dean.
Oh, sorry, Jesus. I sincerely apologise.
I think I'm here as well, maybe. But,
Yes,
you know.
yeah. And
That
with
is the
us...
first time he's gone, what about me?
and rightfully so.
Because
With
you guys
us-
were so on point with it.
Yeah,
and I was
with us as well is the man on the desk, producer Dean.
Wow.
Are you getting too big for your boots there,
Yes,
buddy? All right?
yes. We'll stick him in a box.
Yeah, exactly.
And until Sony.
Probably joining us in a bit will be Rich Walker as well, whenever he's finished upstairs. So yeah, we are here to discuss Ubisoft.
We are.
What was it, an hour and
30 minutes.
40-ish?
Hour and 30.
So yeah, without scoring, thoughts? Enjoyed it?
It was okay.
You were enjoying it up until the last second.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about that.
I think it was good. It wasn't the best we've seen, but it's certainly better than EA and
Square.
So I think it was a strong. Ubisoft do conferences well.
They do.
They do. They know how to do that. I think they know how to put on a show.
I mean, they started.
There was a dancing panda.
There was,
So-
and there was like some weird guy on a bike. And then
There
There was loads of mad shit coming.
There was an awful lot. So yeah, they started off by announcing Just Dance 2019, and I thought Alice Bell aptly upstairs just said, well, better to get it out of the way, I suppose. I enjoyed it. They had a live band there, brass band, playing all the hits.
do you feel like it went on a little bit too long though? I felt like they played like 10 songs.
Actually, not in full.
Did I put a timer on
You,
that?
no, you didn't.
I think
no,
it was
no.
like 9 minutes of Just
It
Dance.
wasn't that long.
I think it was.
Was it?
Surely
It
not.
was ages. They started outside in the car park. They got in an Uber. They went across LA.
Yep.
They got out the Uber. They walked through into the auditorium,
Yep.
onto the stage, and then did like 3 songs on the stage. It was about 9 minutes.
They didn't do that many songs on stage.
I thought it was a nice, light way to open the conference. A lot of colourful dancers. The
that's
panda,
fine.
who we were hoping was going to be Yves Guillemot.
Yeah,
It
was
wasn't,
not.
sadly.
I
No.
would like that though if next year we think it's the Just Dance fucking dancers again, and then one of them takes their helmet off and it's Sam Fisher underneath.
Yeah, well, that was the other theory being bandied around, that they'd take off the helmet and it would be Michael Ironside, but no, we didn't see much of Michael Ironside on the show. After Just Dance 2019, we then got another CG trailer for Beyond Good and Evil 2. This one was noteworthy because the 2 main characters from the original are coming back.
Yes.
Paige, the pig, and Jade, the woman.
Jade the woman. Okay, yeah.
So, I suppose many people thought we wouldn't be seeing either Paige or Jade because this is a prequel. And I think it's set like quite a ways away from the first game.
Like, it makes me wonder whether it's actually in the same universe now and they've not rebooted it.
They did describe it as a prequel on stage again though.
Did they really?
And they
Yeah,
said
they
an
did,
evil young Jade, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
So she's. This is before she found a camera and said, "This is my calling." You know,
Okay.
photojournalism.
Because this is one of the new characters as well. I'll
So
put
yeah,
that on the list.
the character on screen there was the new character Uma, and there is also, what's the other character's name?
Callum.
Callum. Yeah, he had some sort of cards. I don't know what he was.
Who's the
at.
guy
He
with
was
the glasses, right?
He was the
goggles.
the engineer, I guess.
Yeah.
And also like the engine of the ship seemed to be sentient
Yes,
and spoke to him.
that is
I
true.
quite like that.
Mm-hmm. You know, it was like, I suppose that was the killer blow there at the end when they showed Jade like looking all evil and stuff.
That's Callum.
And that's, I suppose, yeah. If you played, did you play the original game?
Yeah, it was great. I loved it. I find it weird that she's in this. That's meant to be a prequel, and we're clearly not going to play her.
No.
So,
I mean, like, well, this positioned her as the baddie almost.
Yeah, like which would be
Just
weird,
just
wouldn't
going off this, I don't know. It could be she was just having a bad day in this trailer. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but her eyes look really evil. Like
They do.
It was a weird one. Like she was always the kind of hero. She was it's like playing a Halo game and like Master
Playing
Chief
against
is the
Master
bad
Chief.
guy. Well, actually,
yeah.
I guess that's what happened in Guardians, right?
Yeah.
And look how we all love Guardians.
Yeah.
Hi,
Hello,
Rich.
Rich Walker.
Hello.
Thanks very much for joining us.
Darlings.
We're just discussing Beyond Good and Evil 2. You'll be gutted to know that we've gone through Just Dance 2019 already.
Oh, I
know.
had so much to
I mean, we
say.
can discuss it again, but sadly, I don't think we have the time. Rich Walker, Beyond Good and Evil 2. We got a glimpse of Paige and Jade, Evil Jade, returning. Happy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
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 Can you elaborate, please?
Yeah.
She's got like a sword and stuff. People were like, "Where's Jade? Where's Jade? Where's Jade?" Here's Jade.
I'd
There
rather
you
not
go.
be in the game though. If
Really?
she's evil.
There's obviously some time travel
Doesn't that
shenanigans
show
going on,
a different
isn't there?
aspect to her character?
I don't know. It kind of just warps my entire childhood.
Where is this in the timeline?
It's a prequel.
Prequel.
But I was pretty sure that it was. I mean, producer Dean, if you have a spare moment, can we find out when both games are set? I'm fairly sure it was like there was a considerable gap between the two games.
Because I thought while she was flying through all that, detritus, that big cloud, I thought, oh, maybe there's some sort of time travel-y,
shifty thing. Perhaps.
in
Like-
the Christopher Nolan sci-fi thing. The
Interstellar?
Interstellar, stuff going on. Maybe not. Maybe.
What, Jade is like in a wardrobe
Look,
behind a wall?
Dean,
or
you had it
something?
there.
Yeah,
Dean, you had
nice.
it.
Yeah.
Takes place a few generations prior to the events of Beyond Good and Evil.
Well, there you go.
Which
right?
mean that she would be like a sperm, basically.
Yeah, so there's got to be
In her
some sort
father's.
of time jumping.
Yeah, like, that just makes no
Something.
sense to me.
Hmm.
I don't know how accurate that wiki was though, because it looked like maybe it needed updating from the brief glimpses I saw of the rest of it. I don't know. They definitely said Jade. They knew
Is
who
this
Jade
it?
was
This is
as well.
it, right?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the trailer.
Can we just does she go through like a portal or something?
Well, no, she
comes out the
flies
smoke.
through like
The cloud of smoke, whatever
Cloud
it
of
is. Then
dust
Jade walks
and-
out here with her
I don't know,
sword
right.
and
Bum,
two
bum, bum.
heavies on either side.
Is it kind of caked in
I'm a fan.
old blood as well? Is it? It looks like it's been used.
I'm a fan.
But she looks badass.
Six Cross.
She looks really badass. Did you say you're not a
this is
fan?
this is when I was a bit
No.
excited
Really?
because
Oh, I think
I
it
was
looks
going
great.
like, are we just getting a CG trailer here?
I think I know what they're doing.
It's like playing an Uncharted game where Nathan Drake is the bad guy.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
from a
play that.
certain point of view, is he not?
Yeah,
Watch out for an article on videogamer.com.
This annoyed me more than anything else in the entire
Yeah, so
conference.
Yeah,
then we
what the
got
fuck?
gameplay,
Yeah.
and I think it was Rich Walker upstairs who pointed out why have they not gone full screen?
I shouted, "Go full screen! Come on!"
And if you looked at the Twitch
Yeah.
chat as
The
well,
chat was going mad.
there was
yeah.
our chat, there was like the actual
You got
all
to
the
question
chats.
why they did that.
The,
right?
yeah,
I
well,
think they weren't confident.
'Cause
in
it's
it?
Well,
shit.
it's pre-alpha gameplay, like, but it's not as if the environment doesn't look full.
to me that looks like your Jade.
No,
No.
that's
No.
That was
The-
not
the
Jade,
old-
right?
That's
I
the
think
girl
that's the
who
other
was
character, yeah.
in the spaceship going through the dusty, cloudy bit.
Good job, Ubisoft.
I think
just
she-
just
yeah, that's
fucking
good.
straight on gameplay. Just stick your end notes on.
I think,
like, nice.
I think she's the protagonist, isn't she? She's featured in all the key art and trailers so far.
Yeah.
That girl. So.
So you're not the monkey.
No, I don't
Because
believe
all the,
Although
game,
he's-
all the
he's in
gameplay
the
I've
collector's
seen
edition, it
is
looks
the,
like.
the monkey with a jetpack.
Yeah,
and
he
you're
said
controlling
shit
the
this
monkey.
time as well, which was disappointing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Jack shit.
What upsets me a little bit is that you don't get to play as Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I'm
Yeah.
really well on for that.
I thought he was that's what he was on
JGL.
stage
But
for.
he is involved somewhat, or at
That's a-
least
I think it's a
hit
really cool thing,
record.
right?
Yeah, so hit record, Alice Bell, is, as JGL said himself, it's not a sort of a YouTube where you put up your content. It's what is it?
I sort of dabbled with it like a few years ago when it was quite small. But Hit
Dark
Record.
Horse.
I know. Hit Record is sort of like a collaborative production company thing where different, like loads of people will collab. They'll upload it's original content. They'll upload like pictures, art, music, film, whatever, and they can then upload more, or they can like collaborate and like take something someone else has done and work on it as well, and it's all tracked so everyone knows what belongs to everyone. And then they create projects like all together using loads of different bits of people's art and stuff. They've done short films, they've won awards, all this kind of stuff, and everyone gets paid as well, which is great. And so Hit Record is teaming up with Beyond Good and Evil to create some of the in-game kind of music and art and stuff. And they're already sort of working on,
Was it clarified, what in-game art and music is?
Oh yeah, they talked about radios, they talked about songs, they talked about murals, they talked about graffiti.
So
pretty much like it's as if there's going to be a blank city, and they're just going to paint it with.
I guess to
How do you feel about that?
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea too.
That's set upstairs.
Okay.
Like if you look at London,
I was hoping for some dissension between
really?
you.
No.
Yeah.
Lazy
Just to play devil's advocate, as I feel like this
Someone's
chair is
gotta.
this is what you have to do. Do you not feel like it's a bit like, why aren't Ubisoft creating the in-game art, radio,
well,
songs?
I mean,
songs?
if you think about it, it's like Ubisoft hiring contractors because everyone gets paid, and it's all sort of like Hit Record curates itself, so it doesn't like. It's sort of like Reddit, or it was when I used it, where people could sort of say, "I like this art. I think this is good," and so it would get sort of upvoted, I guess, to the top. So like it's like Ubisoft using a production company or like freelance artists basically. And it will make the cities feel more unique and lived in and
yeah, because you look
real,
at London
I guess, right?
and all the graffiti. It's not one guy in London that's just going around all the graffiti.
Banksy.
I thought it was Banksy, yeah.
But like, do you know what I mean? Like, there are so many different kind of voices. There's so many different kind of art styles and stuff. And I think it will make it feel like a proper city.
You think there'll be a thing that just says like Jezza was here?
Mate, I'm gonna submit that and see whether I can just do it in like pen or something. Yes, it was here.
Jezza
Sorry,
is a
can I-
wanker.
Can I get in the game?
It's not audience or community curated, is it? Like Ubisoft, I'm guessing, will have the final
They'll
say,
probably
or
have
you
some
will
sort
get a
of say
Jezza
in
was
it,
here.
yeah.
That'd be
Or
amazing, though,
worse,
right?
probably. BG Fest is also happening in Montpellier, which I didn't quite catch what the...
They were showing off more of this stuff, basically.
Is that what it is? So
Yeah,
it's just
like, that was right at the end. They just kind of dropped it in. I was just typing.
Mhm.
Sorry.
And then
I
then we
can't-
also got the two
Oh,
young good and evil
shit.
people walking off stage just saying, we nailed it.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That
It
was
was
cute,
amazing.
yeah,
It was
I
brilliant.
liked
That
it.
was amazing.
That was quite nice.
It's like, we nailed it. We nailed it. And it's like, then, oh shit, the mics are on still.
Then we went on to Rainbow Six Siege, which was one of the, I suppose, Beyond Good and Evil 2 as well, and Rainbow Six Siege. Two of the games confirmed to be shown off before the conference actually happened. There are 35 million players in total have played the game, which is very impressive. Then we got a lot of esports talk. There was the Rainbow Six, what was it? Oh, the Six
Paris
Major
thing.
in Paris. There
Yeah.
was the Six, what was it? The Pro
Invitational
League or
or
something?
There's an invitational
In
Pro
Brazil,
League.
right? There's one in
The
Brazil.
Invitational was the last one, I think. That was like
Right.
next February. And also a Rainbow Six documentary called Another Mindset, which follows 8 Rainbow Six Siege players, all from sort of different backgrounds. There was like commentators, there was Twitch streamers, there was esports players. Looked beautiful, shot really, really well. And this will be, I think it's premiering in mid-August during the Six Major itself as well.
I'd watch that shit.
Yeah, it
That
looks
looks good.
Looks quite
Looks
interesting.
interesting,
What was the one
yeah.
that Steam did? Free to Play was the name of it. That was on Dota. That was enjoyable.
Oh yeah,
I enjoyed
yeah.
that.
I watched that. That was good as well.
So yeah,
There's been a couple that have been quite good, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, that was
Good job,
another
Rich. Good
another
job.
mindset, and I thought it was quite enjoyable.
Your TV's about to
Then-
turn itself off.
I'm a bit gutted with myself that I didn't include this
No,
as
and you
a
know what?
potential in
I was
the
talking
roundup.
about the game upstairs,
Mm-hmm.
and I was trying to get because obviously when we kind of know some of the games before because we book in appointments and stuff, and I was like, what is this game? Because they sometimes give you just
It
clues.
would be like like really vague description because
Yeah.
they don't want the
Bike
information to
game.
leak. Like even more vague than that, like unannounced game.
yeah,
Or like
and then but like double A,
unannounced
triple A,
double A
like,
game, unannounced
indie
triple A
game, that kind
yeah.
of thing. But like we were for hours just upstairs. I was like, "There's a game we're missing here," and we literally just glossed over it massively.
Yeah, that game was a new Trials in Trials Rising, which was announced. I didn't quite catch what is he? The creative director or whatever he.
I missed what it was.
A
was
man
like
on bike.
A
Yeah,
man on a bike
Yeah.
came on stage and crashed into a bit of the set, and it was all.
It's like wrestling for a
fun.
second, yeah.
So yeah, there's new Trials coming. There is, I think, was it? Oh, what did they announce with it?
It looks great.
I mean,
and
yeah,
it's none of that Trials of the
looks
Blood Dragon
fantastic.
bollocks.
There's a closed beta later this year, and at the end, it was enjoyable that the two Trials, kind of Ubisoft Red Links employees, did say that look, we're going to have to give them a date, and it is out in February of next year.
Which is
on
technically
all the
a day,
consoles.
It's a month.
Yeah,
There's
I hope
no
it's the
specific
22nd.
day.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
There's nothing
coming.
to plan
It's coming to
22nd.
Xbox One, PS4, and the Nintendo Switch. And is it? I missed. Was it coming to PC as well? I can only
I
only
didn't say
imagine.
I
that.
assume so. Yeah, all the others have, haven't they?
Yeah.
But I literally wrote down what you said.
Well, I'm guessing it's not then.
I don't know. We'll find out at the end of this trailer, right?
But it is I think it's the perfect game for Switch because
Just sit there and just on a flight and just do the same level
exactly,
for
just-
1,000 times until you're amazing.
I'm well up for a good Trials game.
Yeah, because
And
the
I
last
feel
one
like
was shit.
that's the important caveat here. Trials of the Blood Dragon. Oh man, fucking get it away from me now.
It's the worst thing I've ever played.
Trials and Trials Evolution were impeccable games.
Dean, what platform?
Absolutely outstanding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Dean, can you
kinda
check what
close the
platforms
trailer
Trials
before the
Rising is
chance
on?
Oh,
please?
it says Windows there. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Oh, does it?
there's
Okay,
PC,
so it is
yeah.
on PC as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, the Trials games, the Twitch kind of what's it called? What's the actual sport called?
Motocross.
No. Motocross is actually a race. Like so what am I doing? It's called Trials. That's the fucking that's the actual sport. That's what it's
I
called.
was confused
Yeah.
right
Oh, years of watching that in Eurosport, growing
Yeah,
up. And
right.
going, how are you? You have the strength
It's incredible,
of
isn't it?
11 men to move that bike on top of like tiny little pillars and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so on for a new Trials. It is time. Then we got a big info dump on The Division 2.
Yes.
So, this is set in Washington, D.C., whereas the first one was set in New York. Is that correct?
Yep.
There was a new cinematic trailer, and whilst this was playing, we were kind of thinking, is this all we're getting? Well,
Yes.
no. Washington, D.C., there's going to be 3 DLC packs in the first year.
Yep.
They're all free as well, is that correct?
Yep.
And
Did it write new story, new locations as well?
So yeah, each
Yeah,
of the
new story,
DLCs
new
add
era.
new story, new areas to explore, and new activities within those areas. They're adding raids.
yes,
Eight-player
raids.
that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the big thing, yeah.
Mm.
Why?
Okay.
Dan, you're a big fan of Destiny. I remember you playing the raid.
Yeah, which is
Here
great.
in the
And you're
office?
fighting these massive monsters. Like, what's going to happen with the Division is it's going to be some guy in some armour who's just a bullet sponge, and there's 8 of you shooting at a tiny little guy for about an hour, and then he dies, and then that's it. You get your loot.
I said it in the office, and I'm really hoping for this, but Mecha Trump. I'd love Mecha Trump to be a raid boss.
No,
Right?
but
Possible.
Yeah.
it's kind of
Why
it is
not?
kind
You're
of
in
grounded in
Washington.
realism, right? So
What's
like
what's
no,
unrealistic about that?
but I just meant that it's likely to be a guy in like some armor.
Mm.
Like, so I feel like
So it's the fact, like with something like Destiny, you're going to get this big, massive
yeah, do you know what I mean?
monster.
Yeah, like creativity, and you see these crazy kind of monsters. and
Whereas
stuff
here,
like
yeah,
that.
it's just a
Guy in
guy in
a
a
suit.
lava.
Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
It's,
Like,
Okay.
They were
It
talking
could be-
very seriously about it on stage. Though,
They
right?
were, weren't they?
Oh, yeah. It was like, you are
were
America's
changing
last hope.
history.
Yeah.
I'm up
Right,
for
like
the new
saving
Division.
America from tyrants. The
Yeah.
history written by tyrants. It's like very serious.
But it could also be several guys in armour. It doesn't have to be
True.
one big one.
Yeah.
but still, that doesn't make it any better. Like,
three
it's
short guys in armor with
yeah,
a car
right,
over the
do you
top.
know what I mean? Well, just one guy just really tall, and then
Yeah.
he breaks off
Yeah,
into
yeah,
3
so-
guys.
yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Dan, they mentioned like specializations as well for
Yeah.
characters. There was like a sharpshooter, demolitionist, and survivalist.
Yeah, so basically you reach your top rank, and then you choose which way you want to go based on your playstyle. I mean, you get exclusive weapons, you get exclusive gear, and I think when you get to the end of that tree, then you get more skills and abilities that are kind of tied into that thing. So one's basically explosions, so that's like the demolitionist, which was the grenade launcher.
Yep.
The survivalist, I'm assuming, is the
That was the crossbow, yeah, wasn't it?
and the sharpshooter is going to be the sniper rifle.
Mhm.
But then you get abilities as well, which is kind of cool because it kind of, obviously, the Division is all about the end game, right? Like you get to the end game, and then that's when the game starts for a lot of people. So it's nice to give them more to do when they reach that point.
Yeah, and it's all free,
Yeah,
which is good.
it's nice to see that's a trend that is picking up a little bit of pace, and everybody's kind of going with it. Free DLC.
Well, I suppose you know at the end of the day, if the person's after forking over the cash, and I don't know, it keeps people involved in your ecosystem.
Yeah, for sure. And it doesn't
good show of
fragment
faith.
the player base, right?
So yeah, the Division 2 out on the 15th of March, which we knew already. We knew that when they actually announced it, didn't they? I'm sure they announced it with a date.
No, wasn't it the Xbox conference where they first?
Is that where we got a date?
Yeah, I think so.
Xbox, yeah.
Then there was a live band on stage.
Yeah.
Your favourite, Dan,
I
Grant
forgot about
Kirkhope, who you mentioned.
During
I
was like, what are we talking about?
Show? I can't remember.
We're talking about Ori, because it was Gareth Coakley.
That's yeah.
But I first said Grant Kirkhope, and then I was like, no, it's another G. And it's, it was Coakley. But yeah, Kirkhope he's done everything. Obviously ukulele, but he's done banjo, he's done GoldenEye, he's done, pretty much all of Rare's catalogue.
Yeah,
and then on top of that, a load of other games, like...
did you say he did do ukulele or didn't?
He did do ukulele, yeah. Because ukulele is basically the old Rare guys, right?
Go-to guy.
He's there. But yeah, he's done loads of other games as well, which are just kind of I'm spacing on at the moment. But he is like one of the best kind of composers in the games industry, I would say.
We got a new trailer for the Mario and Rabbids Donkey Kong Adventure, which we spoke about in the pre-show. You know, we knew it was coming out on the 26th of June as it was. It looks like the original game, and that's good. That's fun because the original was great. And we were wondering, you know, we mentioned it in the pre-show, what will the Ubisoft and Nintendo partnership throw up next? Who knows? It wasn't the next thing on the show. The next thing on the show was Skull and Bones.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Skull and Bones, I thought, was an interesting one because did we actually get anything concrete on Skull and Bones?
No.
Today?
As in, we got like probably a more refined UI. But it looked very Sea of Thieves like.
It did look very Sea of Thieves. It didn't have in any form, as far as I can remember, when it was announced, it didn't have that kind of RPG-ish.
It's just
action
multiplayer, right?
Adventure thing you could do. It was just a multiplayer. So they obviously have added a lot in the delay. But yeah, looked, in terms of the kind of the gameplay, very Sea of Thievesy, because it was like, find this thing, go here. Like,
yeah, it was like...
Even the menus, right? The menus when you went to the vendors, I was like, holy shit, that is exactly how Sea of Thieves looks. In terms of choosing your your masts and your sails
and your cannons and you customize your ship whatever way you want.
Yeah, I don't even know the technical name, which is why I just went straight to
figurehead.
Okay, yeah, of course, figurehead. Yeah, that makes sense.
One thing I really did like in it though is that they were like, you'll be seen, and then you had to go and change sails.
Oh, that was pretty cool. Yeah, I did like that.
Yes, guys.
Yeah,
so
there was. Yeah, I like that element where it was like you could. Sneak past another ship, as this big lumbering ship, posing as another crew, posing as almost like some PAL crew that to fool the people that you're trying to go past, and then as you say, once they spot you, you have to basically kind of
hightail it.
Yeah. So yeah, there is a beta coming as well, and it is out in spring 2019.
I would say that before I didn't care about it one bit. That did piqued my interest a little bit. Kind of, I was intrigued by it. Whereas before I was like,
it looks a lot better than it was.
Yeah, like 100%, right? Like, it looks like effectively a new game. It looks like they've gone a completely different direction.
Yeah. You didn't get on with Sea of Thieves though, did you? Or am I wrong?
No, I love Sea of Thieves as like a concept and the mechanics, but there just wasn't enough to do, and I got bored of doing the same thing over and over again.
Medium rare. Got that from Dom.
That's pretty good. You shouldn't have said that. You should have just taken credit for it.
Oh no, he told me if you give it like an averagey middling score, call it medium rare in your like cell, and I did.
Oh, nice,
He's so charitable with his
puns,
isn't he?
He is.
Dom Pepe,
enough puns for everyone.
Resero Network.
Yeah.
Then Frodo came out on the stage.
He did.
Rich made a couple of Gandalf gags upstairs. Oh no, that was down
here.
That was
down here. That was on there.
Yeah. We got our first proper look at Transference.
We did.
Yeah.
Which is still a VR game, still involving Spectre Vision, which is Elijah Wood's film production company. And the gameplay we got, the trailer we got was a mix of gameplay and a live action man basically speaking about how recently, was he talking to a child? Was it? He mentioned that recently he had been a bad father and a bad husband, and there was this weird. To me, it had PT vibes, but almost like the monster is this technological glitch, kind of thing.
I found him creepy though. He was like scary.
Very creepy, like very, very well acted.
Like scary Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
If Guillermo del Toro wanted to hurt you instead of hug you.
And the tagline was "Escape a corrupted mind," and I read a little blurb on it, and basically, this guy has created this simulation of his family, and you kind of go into it, and there's a mystery at the heart of it, and
you jump
that
consciousness, right?
And there's 3 different perspectives.
Driver San
wait a
Francisco,
minute.
This is where they got the.
Yeah, that's it. This is it. They stole it from the
Is the mystery that
There are
this
several
guy is a
different
fucking creeper?
Yeah. But yeah, there is a
Mystery
mystery.
solved.
Right.
Like they said, like in the actual conference, that you can basically jump from consciousness to consciousness.
I think it's more than 3
and
perspectives actually.
Yeah,
There's a few.
But the interesting thing that nobody kind of made a big deal was that it's not just VR, which was what everybody was talking about when
They
it was
kept saying
originally.
traditional consoles, and
Yeah.
it is
So-
like PS4, Xbox One.
Yeah, so
PC.
like,
I missed that.
I
thought that was okay. All right.
Connor, if you read the fucking
Yes, it is coming to VR and traditional platforms as well, apparently, in fall 2018.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think
I'd play that.
I'm well on for that.
I'm not too bothered about the VR aspect, but I'll play it because like, it looks interesting. I like the concept.
Yeah, very much so. Then Starlink, a trailer for Starlink, Battle for Atlas played. It's out on the 16th of October. I think everyone was like, well, here anyway at least, was like, all right, here's the Toys to Life thing that we knew was coming.
Let's take a break, everyone.
Yeah, you know,
This,
somebody cover it in your own time is no
Yeah.
hassle.
This fucking happened loads this conference, right? Is that you would start the news thing and you'd get halfway through it and then like someone else would come out and be like, and this thing, and then you're like, oh, okay, do I lead? Do I pivot? Do I make it 2 separate ones? What do I do?
Yeah.
So yeah, during the first trailer, it was more Starlink than what we've seen before. Showed a bit of whatever person's hands playing with the model toys, and
So it's still Toys to Life, right?
Exactly, and their ships appearing in game. You know, it was all fine. And then Fox McCloud appeared on the fucking game.
And Friends, apparently, according to what you said.
Yeah. So we're getting a bit of Slippy as well, a bit of Born Slippy. Good, delighted to hear it.
And they got little Miyamoto out and gave him a little present.
It's my favourite thing now
Lovely.
is that Eve and
Miyamoto
Miyamoto have a
mates.
nice little
Best
best buds bromance.
Yeah.
And like every year, Uncle Eves gives him like a new toy. And
Aren't they
Miyamoto's
like two of the
thanks.
nicest guys in the entire industry? They're just like, you don't want to say anything bad about them. Like, obviously they're businessmen, but they're just like, they're so kind of like softly spoken and just like
They're nice
cheery.
businessmen.
They're cheery.
Yeah.
Well,
They
yeah,
exist.
especially after the shit
They
that
exist.
Ubisoft have had to go through the entire this year. But
Yeah.
I'm
No mention
surprised.
of a vendor.
No,
Yeah.
no mention. Like last year, ended the conference on, we're a family.
Yeah.
We're going to stick
I mean,
together.
we still got that. Like everyone
At
came
the
out
end.
on stage.
But I'm surprised they didn't go, fucking get in, lads. We did it. Like,
yeah, this was like this. I suppose turned Starlink into a whatever game, maybe for the likes of us, into something to really take notice of.
Yeah, well, because I think I did the loudest "what the fuck" I've done for any of the
Because I
conferences
looked over,
so
because
far.
I was watching on the delay, I was like, well, it's Starlink still. Clearly something must have happened. And I'm
It was
like,
just, you know,
shit.
it's obviously that relationship advancing even further. Yeah, you mentioned Miyamoto came out and Eve gave him like a little model thing.
Let's go out and like Miyamoto's
Everyone wants
like,
to see you
yeah.
backstage, have a bit of a laugh.
Eve did mention specifically, you know, the result of the great relationship we have with Ninty. So obviously, you know, we were surprisingly prescient when we talked about that in the pre-show.
Yeah. So
It's delightful.
I'm guessing this is the Star Fox Grand Prix thing, or maybe not. Maybe we'll find out
the
about
thing
that
that
Star
was
Fox.
rumoured.
God,
Yeah,
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 that
didn't
could be
people
coming
think
tomorrow.
it was a racing game?
Yeah, there was
Star Fox racing
like it was
game?
rumored to be an F-Zero type thing. That could be
Sounds
coming
very
tomorrow.
odd.
We'll talk
Could
about
be,
that
yeah,
tomorrow. Then after Starlink, we got For Honor, and so the first thing that was announced is that the PC Starter Edition is free on Uplay from now until the 18th of June. And it was really hammered home that it is free. It isn't a trial.
Yeah.
Go on to Uplay, download it, and that is yours forevermore. So straight away, pretty good. And then Marching Fire was announced with a wonderful cinematic trailer that went into this weird slow down
Yeah.
type thing. Where
This bit
this
right
soldier,
now, right?
Yeah, with
I
this
did
soldier
wonder-
took off her helmet and walked through
Yeah.
a paused battle, and then we got introduced to the Wu Lin faction.
Yeah, I was like, what's this all about? And then,
A
Where the new
woman?
faction.
then the reveal
I
comes,
know,
and you're
Alex.
like,
I know.
Not my
you
For
in
Honor.
particular were very outraged. by
Very
this.
cross.
Yeah.
A grill.
So yeah, we got
You did
introduced to the
actually
Wu
say
Lin faction. 4 new characters. So this Marching Fire is the biggest update to the game so far, apparently. So. There's 4 new fighters. There is, I think they've improved the graphics somewhat,
yeah,
apparently.
there's visual enhancements.
And there's a new Breach mode, which is a 4v4 multiplayer
Castle
mode.
Siege.
Castle Siege, yeah.
People have been asking for it, apparently. Fans have been asking for
That's a
Castle Siege.
weird thing to, like a weirdly specific thing to
Well,
ask for.
well,
it's like,
a
let's
staple
get
of
a-
kind of medieval warfare,
Is
isn't it? A Castle Siege, so it's a great
yeah,
idea.
but I kind of. Do you know any games that have ever done that before?
Yeah, Mountain Blade did it. but
Okay.
Fucking
this is-
showed you.
Yeah, but this is,
Well, no, because Rich is like a walking encyclopedia, so
But
I
this
can ask
is,
you a
um,
question.
I mean,
and you'll
showed
put
me
something
as
up.
well. Like, and probably
I mean,
showed everyone in the room.
this
Good job,
looks
Rich.
far more like, well, For Honor's like awesome. So yeah, I'm well up for Castle Siege. This could get me back into the game. I think this mode.
Really?
And the new characters, yeah.
I
So I quite
really
liked For
enjoyed
Honor.
it. Yeah.
So
I enjoyed
yeah.
For Honor as well, yeah. I thought it was
I'm sad they didn't get the
enjoyable.
nice pirate man out again this year.
Oh,
He-
yeah.
well, he's not there anymore. Jason Vandenberg. Is
Oh,
that who you
God,
mean?
yeah,
he
you're
left.
right.
He left. Yeah.
Where's he
Saddest
now?
day.
Oh, I don't know.
I think he's doing his own thing, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a lovely
Kickstarting
chap.
or-
He was a good personality to get on.
He was a good person.
Great.
He
Yeah.
was Red Steel.
I would
Yeah,
say,
I think he was.
Yeah, because I think back in the day,
Then
good pedigree.
we went to The Crew 2. There's an open beta starting on the 21st of June.
Yep.
That's how publishers should treat games that are coming out really soon or
Yeah.
already out.
Yeah.
Hi, here's a trailer. Here's a little bit of news.
Yeah,
See you
exactly.
later.
It
Yeah,
was done-
otherwise
it was done
everyone's
quite well.
glazing over, aren't they? Going,
Yeah,
oh, so
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
2
it's like,
weeks.
look, we've seen a lot of
Yeah,
The Crew
yeah.
already. We know what's coming. We get the whole car to boat to
Yeah,
plane
right.
thing. We
Yeah.
get it. So yeah, as you say, it was like, here's a trailer, open beta, goodbye. I
That's
know
it.
you want the flashy
Yeah.
new stuff. So
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's perfect.
we'll talk to you again soon. After The Crew 2, then, we had the Keyring game, I think is what people generally refer to it as. Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
I've also put some other stuff on there that was on the Ubisoft. I think it was on the Uplay page, which nobody's been talking about whatsoever yet. Like
This bit here.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's
so-
all copy and paste. So I'll let you.
Let me just read this. You are a legendary Spartan hero. Embark on your journey from outcast to legendary Spartan hero. Ancient Greece awaits. Explore an entire country full of unexpected encounters in untamed environments and bustling ancient cities. Choose your path. Your choices shape the world around you. Play in a living world that constantly reacts to your every decision. Fight epic battles, charging to epic clashes between Sparta and Athens in battles pitting 150 versus 150 soldiers against each other, and sail the Aegean.
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 That's the one. I should broaden your horizons, Colin. Recruit crew members and customize your ship as you explore and battle your way on the open sea. So we'll talk about the main characters in a second. I know that they didn't mention the
300 mode, right?
Yeah.
Which is like, why wouldn't that be like one of the first things to talk
Yeah,
about?
front and centre with that shit, right?
Like, does it
sounds
say
like a big
multiplayer
deal.
next to it, or is it like you're part of?
So
the,
it's just 150 versus
See,
150.
They
you
did
can't
a-
be commanding an army.
I was going to say I was very careful when I wrote that up and put that bit in the news piece because
It doesn't
it
say
Careful,
doesn't
whether-
Rich
say
Walker, that's what
multiplayer.
they call him.
So it could be like a meta game.
Yeah.
or
Well,
something.
it did as well have that bit, the trailer that we can see now near the end. There's a bit where you go fight on a beach.
Yeah.
With like your lads and the
Yes.
other lads.
Yeah,
So
so
I
maybe
thought
that's
it was
it.
similar.
That'd be
to
amazing,
that.
When you were
If
in all
you-
the Spartan gear, wasn't it?
Yeah, if you like there, like
tell you
that's
what,
it,
man.
right?
This trailer didn't disappoint.
No, not at all.
I was like, oh, more Assassin's Creed already, and then this trailer's dropped. I'm like, yes, I'm
It was
in.
sort of like,
I'm
lads,
in.
remember 300?
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
lads.
Yes,
And
I'm
you-
in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
sign
Double
me
down
up.
on that, didn't they?
Sign me
And there's
up.
a mode called 300 as well, but we're not calling it 300.
And it's out in
Spartans,
October
right?
as well. which
Yeah,
is
that
not
is
far
confirmed.
off.
5th
Yeah.
of October,
Oh,
the
God.
leak from earlier today.
Oh, they're so
October's
close, isn't it?
disgusting this year,
Oh,
isn't
it's
it?
going to be tough. It's going to be
Absolutely
tough.
At
disgusting.
least it's not February the 22nd next
No,
year.
true. Oh,
That
it's-
is very true.
Like when's
That is
Red
very
Dead
true.
this year? Is that
Red
October?
Dead
November?
is
26.
26.
October, yeah.
And then COD's out before that, and Battlefield's out there.
Yeah, and it will be tough. Alexios and Cassandra are your two main characters. They really focused on Cassandra.
They did.
And
A grill.
I know, again,
A woman.
Not my Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're a woman.
More like SJW soft.
Very good, well done, Alice.
Thanks.
That was
That's nice, well
excellent. Yeah, roll off the tongue.
I'm still waiting for you to run that headline.
So we saw Cassandra speaking with Socrates.
Yeah.
Of all
Yes.
people. I mean, Ubisoft. Well, yeah, with the Assassin's Creed series, you know, they throw in the
Will there ever
occasion
be
Leonardo
one
da
where-
Vinci, Socrates,
Oh, I
whoever it be.
loved it, and I also loved it.
That, I wonder.
Here it
I
is,
hope
actually.
not. Yeah,
People
here-
watching
yeah.
at home.
Oh
Around
no,
us.
this isn't him. This is just
Oh no,
some
sorry.
dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I loved it because your man said, you know, for the first time ever, your choices are going to shape, you know, the world. And then they had like cut to Socrates explicitly telling your character about how changes can have rippling effects.
A ripple effect, yeah.
I was like, good job, Umi.
So yeah, the player choice thing. It's very Witcher-like, and I like that.
The whole game is going that way, right?
Yeah. But it's very Witcher-like in that there were points, I think, where Cassandra had 3 dialogue options, and at no stage was it, you know, good Cassandra, middling Cassandra, and fucking asshole Cassandra. It was just, here are your 3 options, and which one do you think? Like, grey, like Geralt.
Shades of Grey.
Which I'm a fan of.
Yeah, for
and,
sure, absolutely.
You know, like I think we spoke about this with Dying Light and Microsoft's showing as well. Like with all choice-based games, you do wonder how much will this change the world, and we probably won't know until the 5th of October.
No, because the amount of publishers and developers that go, yeah, we're doubling down on choice and consequence.
Yeah, player
Your
agency.
choices, your choices are really going to matter in this world, and when you play it, it's like it makes no fucking difference whatsoever.
Well, I guess you go from A to like B, but you will maybe have a different wiggly route, but you're still getting to point B. Like,
Yeah, it's not very often that games go from point A to point like B, C, D,
Yeah.
E.
Oh yeah,
I
and
guess
they
Heavy
showed
Rain was-
mercenaries are in this like fulfilling the role of the Falakis from Origins,
yeah,
which
and
is cool.
also looked like we have a heat meter there as well.
Yeah, in the bottom right of
Yeah.
the screen does look like a wanted level almost.
Which Dan had to remind me was in the previous Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh yeah, you just have to tear down posters and your notoriety would go
Hold
down.
on
wouldn't
though.
it? I totally forgot
Like,
about that.
But yeah, like I just want to point out that symbol is the same as the mercenary.
Oh yeah.
So maybe it's not actually.
So
Maybe.
yeah, no.
Maybe
when you
to
kill
it,
him.
mercenaries might.
Oh,
hunt you more
okay,
actively
yeah.
or
Maybe there's 2
aggressively,
after you at
maybe.
that point now, right?
Possibly,
Oh, Jesus
yeah.
Christ, that was.
So is everyone excited for Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
I really am.
Yeah, I think it was a really good trailer. I'm pleased that, because I was worried that it looked like a reskin of Origins almost, but it does seem like they are trying new things, like with the choice system. I like that you can choose which Spartan you want to be. I like that they're kind of like, remember 300 Leonidas. Yeah. And to the point that it shows you can like kick people off stuff and things.
Oh, that was like so blatant. It's one of the first things in the first trailer. It's like, ah! And it's like, oh, okay, shit. Then they're not even skirting around this. They're just fucking going straight for the jugular.
Yeah, and I think Cassandra looks fucking cool.
She does look cool. I'm
She's a
playing this
badass.
for sure.
I like her animation when she jumps backwards in a
The
fight and she
flip.
kind of does the flip.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like, I wonder what the guy's going to do. Like, is it the same animation, do you reckon?
Roll
Still got
around.
the shitty menus that you don't like as
I
well. Kind of.
hate Destiny menus with an undying passion.
Really?
I don't like. What is the purpose of them? What the fuck do they add to the game? I think it's a silly way to do it.
I was thinking about it.
How would you do
'cause
it?
Vampire
just
has
normal,
one.
like.
And I was playing Vampire. It does enable you to more directly go to an option if there's a lot of options.
Why can't I just cycle through?
But very bad for accessibility as well.
True. Yeah, that is true.
I hate to be the Debbie Downer, but I was quite excited with the prospect of the 2-year gap between Assassin's Creeds. I thought the trailer and the gameplay on show was quite good. I'm very intrigued by the choice-based aspect of it as well. But I'm just like, do we need another Assassin's Creed right away? And one that is so similar to Origins? Because the reason Origins hit home quite well with people and Assassin's Creed fans and people who just had become tired with Assassin's Creed as well was because of the fact that it felt so different. The combat felt more weighty, and there was just felt like a real advancement of the series.
Yeah, the key is for Ubisoft not to run this formula into the ground.
I agree.
Kind of freshen it up before people get pissed off.
I did think I'd have 2 years. I was still not finished Origins. I thought I've got at least 2 years to finish it. So now I've got to get fucking right on it, haven't I? I've got to stop playing The Witcher again. Damn it! But yeah, like I don't know. If they do another one next year, and then next year, and then next year, that's when they're going to lose kind of people again.
People are going to burn out again. Yeah.
But if they do like this one this year, and then we maybe don't see one for another couple of years, or not next year, and then we see it the year after, then I think people will be okay for that.
Do you know what I think is the perfect gap between games? I think 5 years. I think say Assassin's Creed Origins came out last year. So what was last year? 2017.
2017.
It's all a blur. I'm very, very tired. So what would that be? 2022. That would be the perfect time for a new Assassin's Creed game, because I feel like 5 years. It's that sweet spot. It's when you really want something. So for instance, this year, a game that had come out in 2013. Like a series that just would
be nice to see a new one, wouldn't it? Would have been nice.
Feel perfect. Dean, can you give me camera one here, please? Are we on camera
direct
one?
plea.
What's going on, lads? Yeah. What's going on? We were all excited. We got Assassin's Creed. That was great. People enjoyed it, fantastic. But we said this in the office above. Every single E3, Ubisoft, they finish on a big announcement. Be that a Watch Dogs, be that I can't remember any of the other ones. But it's something big, something surprising.
I think you should address Eve directly by name.
Eve, listen, right? I'm sure if we had each other's numbers, we'd be texting constantly, we'd meet up at the weekend for drinks, we'd get on like a house on fire. I've no doubt about that at all. But you're testing my patience here now. What's going on? Why wasn't Sam Fisher anywhere in the press conference at all? Even if it wasn't at the end, it could have been at the beginning. We discussed him being in the bunny hat thing, fucking taking off the mask, panda, whatever it was. What's going on? Listen, I don't know. I was just so excited.
Me too.
To get some Splinter Cell
because the Walmart leak
it was perfect. That's the one game.
The one game that was on there.
And Walmart Canada lied to us about.
Yeah.
Well, it's what I said after though. It's not to say it's not in development and it's not coming. It's just it wasn't announced. So.
But it felt like this was the time, didn't it?
Because we know it's in development. Ubisoft has said it's in development. It's only a matter of time before they fucking announce it.
They said that they were
developing the Splinter Cell.
They said you'd have to wait. That you'd have to wait for that.
They said they were talking about ideas, didn't they?
Yeah.
I don't know if they actually said.
They should just make fucking Chaos Theory and just reskin it and just some new missions. That's all they should do. And then just go, here's Splinter Cell 7 or whatever it is.
Well, yeah,
well, it's just subtitles now, whatever.
So it's right, Chaos Series 3, and then it was
7 because it went
Conviction,
which was 5.
No, Double Agent was before Conviction.
Yeah, which was 4.
And then
Double Agent, Conviction, and then Blacklist.
Blacklist.
So it would be 7.
Was there not another one?
No.
Yes, yeah, so 7. Splinter Cell 7.
It was. I hate to say it, but it did leave a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth at the end. I was like,
this is a great conference.
Just a tad.
Bang. This is an awful conference.
You were so bad.
I fucking was. I was angry.
We are not here to discuss what wasn't on show or to score what Ubisoft didn't show. We're here to score what they did. So, Rich Walker, out of 10, what would you give Ubisoft's E3 2018 showing?
I think a solid 7. The lack of Splinter Cell was a damn shame, and I really, really wanted it.
Not just a shame.
I was convinced it would be there. Like I really was.
It's criminal. Even when, Eve should go to prison.
Even when Assassin's Creed Odyssey ended and Eve sort of came out to wrap it up, I was like, they're gonna do the surprise thing.
Alice Bell mentioned a sort like similar to Cyberpunk, some sort
of hacking. Sam Fisher.
Well, the lights just go down.
Yeah, the lights go down, and then a green light hits.
I fucking planned it for them. I planned it for them, and they didn't use it.
They didn't even have to show anything. Just say, we are working on Splinter Cell or something. Great.
All they needed was just the noise, right?
Just the noise.
And then the conference could end.
Yeah, that would be.
And everyone would be like, oh, shit, son.
So when that didn't happen, it was like, oh. Okay, well, thanks for all the stuff, but you didn't give me the thing I really wanted.
Scumbags. Subhuman scum.
So yeah, a solid 7.
I'm gonna go for an 8. Because I think they had they put on a good show. They put on a good show. They had a lot of good stuff there. They had some surprises. They were kind of like fucked by the the leak, because I think it would have been quite big if we hadn't known everything about
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed
Yeah,
beforehand.
yeah, no, you're spot on. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, to be fair, like, they never promised that Splinter Cell was going to be there.
No,
You
Walmart
promised that
did.
to yourselves.
Walmart did. But the problem was, Walmart fucking did that, and then like
Got
Rage,
everything else
Bethesda
right.
was like, okay, here's Rage 2, and
Yeah.
everyone else was like, okay, here's
Listen,
our games.
you know,
It's like,
like Ubi never said anything, so you know,
Yeah.
I feel like that they can't be marked down for something they kind of never.
you wait
promised.
till I get to market.
Oh, here we go.
Well, Dan Webb, your time has come.
I'm going to give it a 6.
Oof.
Just because we knew about everything. There's a lot of stuff that was like
Did
filler.
we know about everything?
what,
though? To be
Yeah, we
fair?
did. We did.
If Odyssey
Absolutely
had
everything.
leaked, if Odyssey had not have
But it
leaked,
did.
it would have been a whole different ballgame.
But it did.
Wouldn't it? But it did.
I'd
yeah.
love like the
There was no bang that
I think
Ubisoft has always had at the end of their conference.
the hit record thing that was really interesting.
Yeah.
The
That's
Star
interesting.
Fox thing. I was like, what? Okay, fine. I loved the little Miyamoto loving for the second year running.
Yeah,
Yeah, like for me, nothing.
Not even the dancing
Well,
panda.
no, I mean that's all kind of as part of a package. That's great, and it kind of knits it all together. You got the peaks and troughs, but like there was nothing like new there.
What did you give Bethesda?
I gave that a 9.
See, that is high, isn't it? You did mark that quite high.
No, I thought about this. Like, they gave me Elder Scrolls 6. They
Did
gave me
they?
a
They
fucking
didn't,
logo.
though, did they?
Gave me a fucking logo.
They gave you a logo.
They did, and then they gave me
Starfield. They
and
gave you a logo.
But they gave me like hope for the future, whereas Ubisoft has given me no hope
No
for
hope.
any future. We are going down. There's a dystopian nightmare on its
Okay.
way, and we're all going to fucking shit. No Splinter Cell. We might as well just call
Well,
it
that's
off
not
now.
Ubisoft's fault.
Let's
to be
just
fair.
press the fucking red button now and just get the nukes out. I mean, what's the point?
Oh my
I
God.
am in line with Rich Walker. I would also be scoring it a
Sure you
7.
want to go with Alice?
Not
No,
this
no,
time.
no,
no,
there's still
not
time.
this time. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good conference. Like when you look at things like Transference, I think that looks very, very interesting. Also with the added knowledge that it is coming to traditional consoles
Yeah.
as well. The Star Fox thing, like, as Alice said, that was that's big. Like that is.
But I think for me and Rich, like,
Yeah, 'cause we're not-
I understand
not
that
big
you're not as
Nintendo heads.
in the Nintendo ecosystem, but still, that is a big announcement.
I understand why it is a big announcement.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
I was never a
also
big Star Fox fan, to be honest. Though.
a
No.
new Trials. If like Trials, the Trials games are impeccable. Like
Trials
Yeah.
was a new thing.
Yeah.
I said there was no
Yeah.
new things. I apologize.
yeah, like
There was one.
trial. If
So you
they
get
get Trials
6.1.
right, like you're talking like real fucking stellar Twitch platforming and a bike.
You can't
And-
get Trials
and the
wrong, can you? Unless it's Blood Dragon.
Blood Dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
They
can
have
get
got
Trials
it
Can't
right.
get it wrong, yeah.
And
It's awful.
the Beyond Good and Evil 2 stuff, I'm gonna go back and forth on because, yeah, we got pre-alpha gameplay, but yes,
tiny.
tiny, didn't go full screen. The Joseph Gordon-Levitt hit record stuff does sound interesting. I'd be intrigued to see where that goes. But yeah, a good conference overall. I enjoyed it. Producer Dean, what did you think?
Dean's giving it a 5.5. on it.
No, I'll give it a 7.
Oh, fuck hell, that's generous.
Yeah, well, you know, there was a lot that I enjoyed. Beyond Good and Evil 2.
What's that look for?
I really liked the hit record thing as well. Like Alice, I've been following hit record for like
You like
years.
Skull and Bones
Yeah,
as well,
that's
don't
what
you?
I'm talking about. Dean.
And I know it was good. Skull and Bones. I liked that last year. I liked it more than Sea of Thieves last year, and I still think it looks really great. So I look forward to that. But I loved the sailing aspect of Black Flag and being a pirate, so that makes sense. And obviously Just Dance 2019, so that
yeah.
show off all my
Of course.
moves.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Producer Dean, what are people saying in the chat?
So I'm glad you asked because just earlier I asked them to ask a bunch of questions so that you guys
On the ball,
can
Dean, good man.
ask away. So
As 7 of them, like, how disappointed we are that Splinter Cell wasn't there.
yeah, there was a few of them
They
asking
answered that
like
one, haven't they?
yeah. So
I'd
you
keep
basically
answering that
wiped
over
out
and
about
over.
half the questions I had
Right.
lined up.
Sorry.
But yeah, one of the questions from Ross McMahon. He said, "What?
Good lads, all right.
What do you think / hope will be the next Nintendo and Ubi collaboration?"
Ooh, after Star Fox. I don't really know because wasn't able to call this when we were talking about Mario and Rabbids. I had no idea what
I think
else was
Luigi,
going to come.
you'd make a good Sam Fisher.
Like
You know what I
Alice,
mean?
you
So-
talked about this upstairs. Luigi in the crew too.
Yeah.
I cast mine back to when Mario Kart 7 was out, and we had what was the name for that meme? Luigi Stare. I don't know,
Death
but
Star.
the
Luigi
yeah.
Death
Luigi
Star.
Death
That
Star.
was it,
Yeah.
that was
Luigi would be
great.
perfect in.
Actually,
something
yeah,
like the
it
crew.
wouldn't now be very shocking if they were like new, like, you know, Mario Kart skins in the crew
Oh yeah,
too,
like liveries and stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Because
What
like,
about
it's only a matter of time before people make them though.
a new Rayman game, but with Nintendo characters as bonus
Yeah.
characters?
Yeah.
But you have to save them from the little cages.
Well, maybe. Yeah. I was
Oh,
thinking
no.
more
Oh,
like
say
playable
little
characters.
toads
Yeah.
or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That could work.
Perhaps. Anything else, Dean?
Yeah, we got Lee Bradley on the Resero Twitch.
Oh,
hey.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
classic guy.
Former Zero Network, Lee Bradley.
He asked, did anyone else think that Starlink looked naff?
Yes,
Yeah, just-
absolutely. Like wasting my
No,
time.
I'm gonna buy all the shit.
It may not actually be for you.
No, I know. I completely understand
Yes,
that.
remember
And, like,
that.
I
You're not a 7-year-old boy.
I respect that it's
I
there
just
to
thought
do
of
it.
something.
Go on.
It's being developed by Ubisoft Toronto. That's what you have to blame for, Splinter Cell.
Yeah, how do you feel about it now, Colin? Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I don't know. There's just nothing about that Starlink for me that
Yeah.
like made it seem interesting. I know it's not for me, but I mean,
But that's,
as a kid, like, I don't know.
it's like when like.
Don't you just make Lego. Like, that's what
But
I
it's
used to
like
do.
when Nintendo Labo was announced and all the like 36-year-olds were like, "This is just for kids."
Yeah. It's like,
Right.
yeah, it is. It's for kids and like parents, play with their children and stuff. It's good.
Right, thanks,
You know?
thanks for that.
Explaining parenting.
Yeah.
Dean, anything else?
Yep. Jeff and Meister. This is a question actually specifically
Astrid!
for Alice, excluding romancing in Ascreed. Alice, which game in the Ubi showcase do you want to see most? Do you want to most see romance added?
This is the thing, actually, yeah, because there was a text, there was a dialogue option that popped up
Yes,
for like a second
in Assassin's Creed, yeah.
in Assassin's Creed that was like a you two a couple or something.
Yeah.
So then.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. So
Yeah.
then we're all like, romances in Assassin's Creed?
Mm.
Because I mean, there aren't going to be any in Anthem, so maybe I found that
Yeah.
What about the crew too?
niche.
Could have romances in the crew too.
Yeah, that car's a hot piece of rubber. Yeah.
There are people who really love cars.
Yeah.
There are people who really do.
Oh yeah, I've seen the
Oh, there is
documentary.
an
So yeah,
exhaust.
definitely would love.
Sorry. Lowering the tone. Woo.
Oh
my
dear.
Do you know what Mario Rabbids I think would that would fit one
Mm.
there? Rabbit
I don't know, rabbits having sex. I can't think of anything
have
more.
sex to have a romance.
Oh, they do. That's all about
That's
sex.
not what romance is, Dan.
No.
For God's
Romance is
sake.
dead, mate.
Rabid Peach, you know, she's the gorgeous girl.
She is indeed, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, no.
Would you romance Rabbit Peach?
Dean, any other questions?
Oh mate, I've got questions lined up for days.
Please do. Give us like 2 or 3
Cool, because we got like 3 hours for Sony, so.
We must also get fed. I'm quite hungry.
Yeah,
there is
I
that, I
am
forgot that.
starving.
But yeah, ask the chat what we should have for our dinner.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah,
So,
I don't
like,
think
let us know what
I don't
we
think
should
we've got
eat.
much choice.
Like, just
Pizza
anything,
again.
anything
I feel
in
like
the
that
world.
depends what's
Anything.
Curry?
I'll take
Question.
everything but fucking pizza.
Killer XBA on the Resero Twitch. He asked, do you think there is a chance Splinter Cell will make an appearance at the Sony conference?
No.
No,
Because it's traditionally been an
it is.
Xbox thing.
Yeah, right.
hasn't
No,
it?
it was like the
I mean,
original.
for the
Having said that though,
The original Xbox
2,
was
3.
having
Well, no,
said
Conviction was exclusive as well, wasn't it? I think.
the remasters were PS3 only. You may recall.
because they were backwards compatible on the
but
Xbox.
Let us
I
not
don't
forget
think so.
Devil May Cry is
They're not.
traditionally a
I've played them,
PlayStation
no.
Yeah.
They're
franchise,
original
Yeah.
Xbox.
and then
True.
appeared on the Microsoft stage. So
Yeah.
Stuff's been
Uh-huh.
switching around.
True.
That's true, yeah. So
Um,
it's possible, I guess, but I wouldn't hold my breath.
If it is, like that's no. Oh wow! Now I'm excited for
mean, it
Sony.
could-
Damn it! Come on, you fucker!
it could
It could happen, right?
Could happen, yeah.
Because like, if you think about this is a slight tangent. Think about the Sony conference and third parties.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
what could be on there? Titanfall.
Titanfall is still holding on home.
Yeah, how many conferences?
Yeah.
Titanfall.
Titanfall.
Vince Zampella could be in the audience again.
Yeah, that's an announced Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
Just got the little goggles on instead of the cap.
Yeah.
Good shows.
that'd be
Producer
amazing.
Dean.
Yes.
No, the question, please.
Did we answer that
I
sufficiently?
actually
Yeah, sure.
only have one more question.
One more
Perfect.
question is perfect.
It's a bit of an interesting one.
Okay.
To all,
God.
I noticed Ubi ended the show talking about being open and honest with gamers. Do you guys think that's a shot at EA and Bungie?
Oh, I didn't see
I think
it that
I think
way.
it's about because like EA are trying to like
Yeah.
they're
I don't think
doing
they're
their
trying
game
to change. I think they're trying to
No,
look like
they-
they're trying to
Right.
change.
Yeah.
But they do their game changer stuff, and their game changer stuff is trying to get the community involved in the games development. But I think the problem is higher up the chain, where decisions are made, not actually the
shareholders.
developers themselves. It's kind of
Yeah.
almost development by kind of committee above them. I
I-
think that's where the issue is, not the actual devs themselves.
I think it's maybe a bit of a stretch to say that it's a shot at EA or Bungie. I mean, you
I didn't
could
read it that
read
way.
into it that way if
No.
you wanted to, but
No,
I
I didn't.
didn't.
I-
I just thought that was Ubisoft positioning themselves, like again, that whole "we are a family,"
Yeah.
bringing everyone
Yeah.
out on stage,
100%.
like we're a family, but Jesus, you're part of our family as well.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the way I took it. Anyway.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
how I took it as well, especially after they ended the conference last year as well. I
Yeah.
felt like it was a continuation of that message.
Yeah.
Effectively, yeah.
And we got that instead of Splinter Cell, so fucking hell.
Yeah.
But that's the closest they got to acknowledging the Vivendi thing, right? And it was
Yeah.
when he was
Yeah.
talking about his, game shaping the art and the world and whatever thing. But there haven't been as many dings at each other as there were last year.
No,
And maybe Sony will throw a few in because last year Sony did a true exclusive type thing at some point. And
Oh shit, yeah.
there was there was actually the Xbox reveal of DMC, Devil May Cry 5. They said fans have been asking for a true Devil May Cry game,
Yeah.
Yeah,
which
there
I
been
felt
some-
was a bit
You
unnecessary.
know what I mean? There've been some digs at the
Yeah.
fans, right? So,
little
Especially on the Xbox stage, and Microsoft now own Ninja,
Own Ninja
Theory as
Theory,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
And
oof.
also, didn't EA have a little bit of a dig at the people about Battlefield?
No?
What do you
Did
mean?
they not?
What?
No.
About the
way?
cover?
No, they didn't.
Or was that just us having a dig at them?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I
That's
think it was
just us,
us.
wasn't it?
Perhaps.
Yeah,
perhaps. So yeah, Producer Dean, that's about it for the questions.
I've got one new one just
Okay, give
in,
us
like a
one
quick
more.
easy one.
Go on.
From Hamiha, on Resero Twitch.
knowing
they
you,
asked-
Palmer, knowing you, Dean Abdullah.
They asked best E3 show so far from what we've seen.
I'm trying to think of my scores.
I'm still going with Xbox.
I think, Microsoft.
Yeah, I'd say it's the Xbox Showcase. Yeah.
No, I
Quality,
gave
quantity, big
I gave
field.
Bethesda a
Give us
higher
another cue,
score.
please.
Uh,
Carol. Quantum
Break.
Break 2!
Yeah,
Yes!
it's official.
Quiffs.
Quiffs.
Phil's
Ah.
quiff. He didn't have a quiff.
Didn't have a
but
quiff.
if
What
we
are you
get to the
talking
queue-
about?
Didn't.
But I gave Bethesda a higher score than
trying to
Microsoft,
think of
but
a
I still
cue.
think Microsoft conference was better.
Then that doesn't make
That
sense.
doesn't make any sense.
And now I'm about to explain why.
Alright.
Because Bethesda has only got a limited kind of portfolio, so that's all they can use. Whereas Microsoft can use everyone's. And they didn't announce new IPs, but it was still a fucking thoroughly entertaining 2 hours.
But Microsoft didn't have Andrew WK.
And
Yeah.
that's...
She's got you there.
So that is why Bethesda is better than.
And
surely.
it didn't have a stand-up set
Except
with
you don't
Todd
like.
Todd
Howard.
I do not,
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
not. But like, we had Todd.
Yeah,
and
weren't
live
he
with the
three
Apollo
was
Todd
a-
Howard.
yeah, and
moody
we
teenager.
and Todd effectively today confirmed that both Starfield
Fields.
and Elder Scrolls are next-gen titles.
In
Yeah.
so many words.
In so many words.
Yeah.
Do we actually know what the words were? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
the words were 2 years ago. Jeff Keighley from YouTube's Coliseum, he asked Todd Howard whether the tech was there for them to do Starfield and Elder Scrolls,
And he said it's getting closer.
and he said no. 2 years ago, he said
Right.
it's not there,
Okay.
and he asked him the same question again today,
right.
and he said it's getting there, it's getting closer. Now, to me, you can't fucking change a console unless you release a new one.
So if the rumours are true about PS5 or whatever coming out in 2021,
That makes
does
a
that
lot of
mean
sense. with
Elder
the devs.
Scrolls 6 and Starfield 2021.
That makes a lot of sense when you
That's
look
a
at.
Yes. 10
That's a
years
long
after
time, innit?
Skyrim.
But today
hell.
they said that Skyrim is in pre-production, so it's not even
Skyrim, bloody
It's
hell.
not Skyrim, sorry.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls 6.
Not again.
It's pre-production, so it's not even playable yet.
Yeah.
Whereas Starfield is playable.
Do you think maybe a bit premature? We should have discussed this in the Bethesda stream, but maybe a
Yeah.
bit premature to announce something that's not even in production.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
pre-production, right? Well, they did that with
I mean,
Cyberpunk,
Beyond
right?
Good and Evil 2 last year was
Yeah.
almost.
But then if
And
they
Cyberpunk,
hadn't,
not
if
pre-production.
they hadn't have done
They
that,
hadn't even started
Cyberpunk,
development
yeah,
on
yeah.
Cyberpunk when they released that trailer.
but if they hadn't have done that, you'd have been at the end of the Bethesda conference going, "I didn't get my Elder Scrolls 6 logo.
Yeah.
Where was it?"
So
Very true.
I'm quite happy because I know it's coming now, and I know that I've got like 5 years to wait. Probably 4 years.
Play
I'd say.
Skyrim a couple more times.
Yeah. I can
play
buy.
on
I'll buy it
Alexa
on the-
now.
I'll buy it on the Switch. Oh yeah, which is actually a
Which is
legit.
actually legitimate.
Like, I was like, Rich, did you know? Like, this
To
was
an extent.
This was
like-
at 7 a.m. this morning. Rich,
Yeah.
did you know that? And he was like, no.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, don't go to sleep just yet, Dan Webb, because whilst that just about does it for our Ubisoft E3 2018 post show, we will be back. What time is it?
In 2 hours.
2 hours.
And 20 minutes.
Excellent. Doing our Sony E3 2018 pre-show, where we'll be discussing Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, and the fourth one, which is The Last of Us Part 2.
Nice.
And also
And
some, and more. There's
And
gonna
Splinter Cell.
Oh, fingers crossed. Jesus Christ, we'll be talking about Splinter Cell.
And Skatefall.
And
Oh,
Skatefall.
imagine if they're not
Titanfall.
Splinter Cell.
Titanfall
Oh,
3.
imagine we got all those
All
three.
to look
Imagine.
forward to. So yeah, come back at 1 a.m. BST.
Oh, it's 1 a.m. or 2 a.m.
1 a.m.
Their show is.
Yeah, their show's at 2.
Oh
Our
shit! Well,
pre-show's
we're
at 1.
back in like an hour.
We're back in an hour and a half then.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
well, we're
bloody
back in an
hell.
hour and a half then. So yeah, look forward to that, and thank you very much for watching. We will talk to you in an hour and a half. Bye! Thanks
See ya.
everyone. Thanks producer Dean. Thanks to all the people on the couch. Thank you. Bye. Bye.